We're going to be talking about 6 celebrities who tried to hit it off with a minor, and number 1 is so despised they've been beaten to a bloody pulp because of it. But starting off the list is one of the most questionable men in Hollywood, Drake Bell. Okay, now maybe questionable is a bit of an understatement. The stuff he allegedly did is straight up disgusting. It all started in 2021 when the former Drake and Josh star pleaded guilty to charges of attempted child endangerment. The charges stem from his interactions with a 15-year-old girl whom he met online. Yeah, quite disgusting, right? Bell, who was 35 at the time, had exchanged inappropriate messages with the minor, which she later revealed. In court, she described Bell as a PDF file. The victim also alleged Bell began grooming her when she was 12, and that by the time she was 15, Bell was exchanging explicit photos online and engaged in sexual contact.
On December 1st, 2017, my aunt took me to the Odeon Concert Club to watch him perform. That night, the defendant took me backstage to be alone with him. He started kissing me, and the night ended in him having me perform oral sex on him twice.
Your Honor, I just want to say today that I accept this plea because my conduct was wrong. I'm sorry that the victim was harmed in any way, but that was obviously not my intention.
Although Bell denied any physical interaction and maintained that his actions were reckless and irresponsible, to say hasn't hit the fan since 2021 is a bit of an understatement. In interviews, he reflected on the controversy, insisting that most of the claims against him were exaggerated. I responded to a fan whose age I didn't know yet. When I became aware of their age, all conversation and communication stopped, trying to convince those that he was unaware of her minor status initially, which is what they all say. He also defended his guilty plea, explaining that it was the quickest way to resolve the matter and move forward.
It was reckless and irresponsible text messages. I want to make clear that there were no images, disseminating of photographs or images or anything like that.
As part of his sentencing, Bell received 2 years of probation, 200 hours of community service, and was ordered to register as a offender. So let's just say he won't be in the spotlight for anything positive anytime soon. Okay, fuck it. I can see you guys are getting bored. Let's just jump straight to the worst of the worst. R. Kelly. Okay, on a serious note, the stuff this guy did was absolutely heartbreaking. Kelly was sentenced to 30 years in New York for sex trafficking and 20 additional years for child pornography and enticement of minors in Chicago. Notably, he was convicted of producing child sexual abuse material featuring a 14-year-old girl in a notorious video that was central to the Chicago case.
Didn't do this stuff. This is not me, y'all. I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this. I gave y'all 30 years of my career.
Robert.
30 years of my career. What? Y'all just don't want to believe the truth. It doesn't even make sense. Why would I hold all these women?
Despite the overwhelming evidence, Kelly has continued to appeal the decisions, claiming the charges were based on outdated laws. In 2024, Kelly's legal battles intensified as he sought to overturn these sentences. His appeals have focused on technicalities, such as challenging the use of a racketeering statute in New York and arguing that Illinois' shorter statute of limitations should have applied to his case. The courts, however, have rejected these defenses. One Chicago court, for instance, dismissed Kelly's claims, asserting that the singer's attempts to avoid responsibility were legally unfounded. Kelly's long history of accusations, stretching back to the 1990s, has included his illegal marriage to then 15-year-old Aaliyah in 1994, allegations of trapping women in a sex cult, and producing child sexual abuse videos. His appeals continue, but with little success, leaving the disgraced singer serving simultaneous sentences that could see him in prison for the rest of his life. Maybe he'll even get to share a cell with PDF file Jared Fogle. Other than being a marketing prop for Subway, spewing out roughly $2 million per year, and becoming a motivational speaker and youth icon, his public persona concealed a dark side. In 2015, the FBI, tipped off by journalist Rochelle Herman, discovered his involvement in child exploitation. Herman had been secretly recording Fogle's disturbing comments about his sexual attraction to minors.
I like all ages. That's the thing. I mean, I like all of them, you know. What if they put a camera in your kid's room? Would it be okay with that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Would you rather have it in your son or your daughter's room?
But it was the arrest of Russell Taylor, the director of Fogle's charity, that sealed his fate. Taylor had been supplying Fogle with pornography, leading investigators to uncover that Fogle had received hundreds of illicit images and engaged in illegal acts with minors. Fogle was eventually sentenced to 15 years in prison after pleading guilty to charges of distributing child pornography and engaging in illicit conduct with minors. His imprisonment marked the end of his public career and led Subway to immediately sever all ties with him. Boy, I bet Subway regrets splashing that much cash on Fogel. Fogel's wife filed for divorce, and he was ordered to pay restitution to his victims.
First, let me say to the victims of my ex-husband, you're never far from my thoughts and prayers. I can only imagine what you're going through. A mother's most basic instinct is to protect her children, and this is one of the worst horrific crimes.
Currently serving his sentence in a federal prison, Fogel is not due for release until 2029, and boy is he going to get absolutely beaten after he gets out. Speaking of getting beaten, Kevin Spacey has way too many allegations to beat. Starting in 2017, when actor Anthony Rapp accused Spacey of making sexual advances towards him as a teenager in the 1980s. Since then, over 50 sexual misconduct allegations have emerged, with accusations ranging from groping to predatory behaviour involving both minors and adults. Spacey's career took a massive hit as a result, with him being dropped from House of Cards and several films. By 2023 and 2024, Spacey faced numerous trials, including a high-profile case in London where he was acquitted of 9 sexual offence charges brought by 4 men at Suffolk Crown Court. The jury's not guilty verdict marked a significant moment for the actor, who expressed being humbled, noting that his life exploded after the initial accusations.
Where do you live now? Well, it's funny you asked that question, because this week, where I have been living in Baltimore, is being foreclosed on. My house is being sold at auction.
You're actually in debt?
Yes.
Do you mind me asking how much you owe?
Many millions, yes.
Although acquitted in several trials, there just ain't no way of fixing all the damage to his reputation. The same can be said about P. Diddy. Now this guy's a fucking terrible human being. P. Diddy has taken one of the darkest turns in history. One of the most heartbreaking accusations emerged when Liza Gardner filed an amended complaint in 2024, accusing Combs of her when she was 16 years old. Gardner alleges that in 1990, Diddy and fellow musician Aaron Hall took turns her after plying her with alcohol, and assault that left her physically and emotionally broken. Another heartbreaking accusation involves claims that he groomed underage girls at private parties. These allegations surfaced in multiple lawsuits, where young women detailed experiences of being lured into sexual situations with promises of career opportunities. Others have claimed Diddy would also unknowingly provide them late drinks. Still to this day, Combs has strongly denied these claims, calling the claims fabricated and motivated by greed. His representatives have argued that these lawsuits are financially driven and exploit Combs' fame, stating that he is an easy target for anonymous accusers.
The surveillance footage that was captured inside of a Los Angeles hotel in 2016 allegedly shows Combs assaulting then-girlfriend Cassie Ventura in a hallway. A now settled lawsuit filed by Ventura claimed that she was trying to leave the hotel after a drunken Combs punched her. The video appears to show Combs chasing her down the hall, throwing her to the ground, and then repeatedly kicking her.
However, Gardner's accusations are supported by detailed descriptions of the alleged assault, along with testimony from her therapist and friends, has led to public outcry. It's honestly crazy he hasn't gotten beaten for what he did, unlike what happened to Tekashi 6ix9ine. Now this dude's been in a massive puddle of controversy from multiple fronts. From being kidnapped to snitching to being charged for taking advantage of a minor, this guy is the worst of the worst. First off, he was charged with the use of a child sexual performance after a video surfaced showing the rapper engaging in inappropriate conduct with a 13-year-old girl. 13-year-old guys. Tekashi later defended himself, claiming he didn't know the girl's age at the time. But you'd assume you could tell a prepubescent child was under the age of 18 without asking, right? Fast forward to 2023, Tekashi's criminal past resurfaced, contributing to his public downfall when he was brutally jumped in a gym sauna by 3 men at a Florida LA Fitness, leaving him with severe injuries, including cuts and bruises on his face.
Yo, Jump 6ix9ine, bro. Yo, homie, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm a fan, bro. Yo, I'm a fan. I'm a fan, bro. It's crazy. That's crazy.
To be honest, I'm surprised it took this long. Bruh, he got jumped at the LA Fitness right down the road from me. I was just there last week. The most random ass place too. There's nothing around there but neighbourhoods, a middle school, and a Target a little farther up the road. I'm surprised he's even allowed that close to a middle school. Well, I guess at least Tekashi got what was coming to him eventually. Anyway, thank you so much guys for all your support. You guys are absolute legends. See you in the next video.